sunny side of the mountain where the rippling waters fall.
One of my favorite things is anytime I get a chance to hunt with friends and pass on my love, my passion for the outdoors. Now, a good friend of mine, Michelle Sherman, was able to come with me on a pheasant hunt, and this was going to be her very first pheasant hunt ever.
I grew up in South Dakota, actually. I was born and raised in Plankington, which is right by Mitchell, and it's the original home of the Corn Palace, if you didn't know that. It's actually called the Cow Palace back in the late 1800s. So I grew up on a 300-acre dairy farm, milked cows, had baby calves I had to feed. Growing up here was pretty, not at the time you don't know that, but it was pretty special, looking back. So I'm glad I have that as part of my background.
Spring Neck Retreat is primarily a wild pheasant hunting operation. We also offer spring snow goose, fall waterfowl. We can accommodate up to 17 people. We take all the way from corporate groups to individuals. 2 people, 4 people, however many. This hunt here is what we call our picking and plucking hunt. It's a bluegrass hunt where we have 5 musicians come together. They do a bluegrass jam after the hunt on the first day to raise money for the Huron Step Outside program, which introduces kids to the outdoors. The PDR Youth Deer Hunt, which is for kids that are disabled, some of them are even quadriplegic, and also the Wounded Warrior program. They're just 3 things that I really believe in. We get together, we have fun, we hunt. Those guys play and put on an amazing show, and we raise some pretty good money.
Well, we're just getting in line right now. We've got a big field in front of us that we're gonna go, then it kind of drops down into a ditch. We've got a line of people. It's really fun out here, but I'm not gonna lie, it's cold right now. And as soon as we get moving, it warms up, but this time in between, I'm freezing. Oh, jeez.
That was scary. It was like right there, and I almost stepped on it for crying out loud.
Well, darling, in your letter, do you ever think of me?
So there's a memory that I will never forget, and it's a smell memory. And that's actually the smell of putting a pheasant into a boiling pot of water to defeather them. Because I grew up in South Dakota, and that's what I grew up on, was pheasant meat. But I was the youngest of 4 children, and I was a girl. So I never actually got to go out with my dad and my brothers hunting. I just got to clean them. And there's just this smell of the feathers coming off the animal. It just never leaves you.
On the sunny side of the mountain where the rippling waters fall.
Nice job!
Woo! Heading out to South Dakota, we were actually going to be hunting just a little bit prior to an amazing bluegrass festival that they were going to be putting on to raise money. Now, we got to hunt with these amazing musicians, and it is so cool to see their passion for music and their passion for hunting. It was a way to bring all of that together, just some fun people, Scott Laseth, a bunch of his friends, and to see this many people join together, putting all those passions together, it was really an incredible experience.
On the sunny side of the mountain where the rippling waters fall.
Sportsman's Alliance, our heritage, our fight, protecting hunting from coast to coast.
Did you know the Sportsman's Alliance submitted comments in support of U.S. Fish and Wildlife's proposed delisting of Greater Yellowstone ecosystem grizzly bears and are preparing to defend the action in court? Just another fun fact showing you how sportsmen and women are helping make a difference. Although I've I've been a pheasant hunter my entire life. I had never been on an outfitted pheasant hunt. I had no idea what to expect. So in the morning, Michelle, myself, we all loaded up on a bus, and I thought, well, this is pretty cool. It's like going to school. We all get to ride together. We get to go out to the field, and that was really neat. It's something where you get to spend that time with others. You're laughing. It's not a serious thing. You're not all trying to be quiet and going out deer hunting. You're enjoying it. We got out there, we had these beautiful big fields. We got to see all the dogs working, and we just started going through, walking the line, and these beautiful pheasants would be just getting up, and people were making great shots, and that's something that makes it exciting. It's not about how many you can get personally, it's about being out there the entire experience, all of us together.
The irony of the situation being here by Huron today is that, I grew up here, but I never actually shot a pheasant while growing up here. So it was great that Melissa invited me along for my birthday, of course, and took me out for a real pheasant hunt at Ringneck Retreat. So I appreciate that and appreciate the opportunity to get some birds today.
Oh, Annie, no, here. Here, come.
Nice.
Drop.
Look at all them feathers flying.
So are we doing one more pass, or is this
I
it?
think this was the last one,
Okay.
because I think they have to go back and get ready for the concert.
Now I have to go home and take a nap.
Yes. After a great day of pheasant hunting, we've got something even better in store. We're gonna eat them, but we've got an amazing chef right here with us. Scott is an incredible chef, and he's gonna show us how a lot of people just take the breasts and cook them up. And what do you got here?
Pheasant legs and thighs. Now, most people that I see, they breast out the pheasants, they throw the rest away. This is a great source of protein, and it makes a really good pheasant stew.
Great. Well, I'm no expert in this area, so I'm going to let the expert take over. I'm going to go over there, and I will help eat them, though.
Excellent, perfect. These legs and thighs, if you've ever cooked a whole pheasant, if the breasts are just perfect and just a little bit pink and just done, the legs and thighs aren't edible. So you cook them separately. Legs and thighs take a long time to cook, the breasts cook quickly. I'm going to make a pheasant soup or pheasant stew. First thing you want to do is to make pheasant stock. Brown the legs. I've got some hot oil in a cast iron skillet, and I'm just going to drop the legs and thighs in. And once they're browned, all you need to do is add water and vegetables. And for vegetables, you can use the parts of the onion, celery, and carrot that you would normally throw away. Take an onion like this, cut the ends off. This is normally what you throw away. You can throw that directly into the pot, and you can actually brown it a little bit. I've got the stem ends of carrots, like that. You can throw that in there. Celery, carrot, onion, and of course I'll add a little bit more to it. You can also do the browning part in an oven, but the whole idea is to get it browned first. If you don't brown it first, what you're gonna get is a less flavorful pheasant stock. And think about how much better this is gonna taste than something you'd get out of a bouillon cube or a can. Step 2, water, cold water. And the cold water on top of those warm braised pheasant legs is what's going to bring out the collagen. It's also going to make a thicker, richer, flavorful stock. Get it to almost a boil. This is not a boiled sauce here. Get it to almost a boil and then lower the heat. Don't put a lid on it because you want it to simmer. What I like to do is I'm going to make pheasant stock very often before I go to bed with a really, really low simmer. And I like to add a hearty herb like this rosemary, and that's just going to give it even that much more flavor. We're looking at about at least 3 to 4 hours. Once this is simmered, I'm going to let it cool, and I'm going to pull all that pheasant meat off the bone.
Instead of being blue and lonely.
You're going to save the meat. The bones you put back into the stock pot, and then we're going to reduce this even more, strain it through a colander, and that's going to be the basis for that pheasant stew. A stew is pretty much anything that falls into the pot. The meat's been pulled off the bone, the stock is delicious, and in here I have butternut squash, sweet potato, barley, there's a little bit of elk sausage I happen to have. Who's up first?
I have.
Oh, not you.
I was pretty excited to hear that Scott Laceth, the sporting chef, was going to be here and help to cook for us. So last night we saw him brown some pheasant legs to make a pheasant stew, and it was just amazing. And I hope I can put it into practice at home. I don't know if that will be the case, but or maybe Scott can just come over and just cook for me.
So for me, it was awesome bringing Michelle out there, meeting new people, getting new friends, and helping bring that passion to others. Whether it's pheasant hunting, turkey hunting, it doesn't matter. We were able to bring a lot of money together to help more kids get involved. I was able to bring Michelle on her first pheasant hunt, and it's that passion, that love for the outdoors. That's what it's really all about. Getting new people involved and sharing that passion with others.
I just think I'll go away.
This segment was brought to you by Boss Buck. For the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market, choose Boss Buck feeders. Now you're getting serious. Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by Cuddyback Digital. More deer, fewer blanks. Hard-hitting Easton Arrows. Golden Triangle Whitetail. Winchester, celebrating 150 years of legendary excellence. Scent Killer Gold with Hunt Dry technology. Apply it, dry it, and go hunt. Rage Broadheads, leading the evolution in lethal technology. Convergent Hunting Solutions, where experience, innovation, and passion meet. Sportsman's Alliance, protecting hunting from coast to coast. Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler company. And Moose Utility Division, your leader in ATV, UTV accessories.
When it comes to hunters, I'd say almost all hunters are passionate, but the ones who really stand out as the most passionate, they've got to be turkey hunters. When it comes to turkey hunting, they are live and breathe. Who else would get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, hunt all day, hunt till dark, and then do it all over again and do it day after day? Turkey hunters, they love it. And you know what? I'm one of them. For 32 years, I've been out there experiencing everything spring has to offer. But you always wonder, will that continue? Well, meet Arden Hill. For 92 years, he's been experiencing that same passion, and I'd say it's stronger than ever.
Every spring brings with it a new opportunity to take another step forward, to write new stories, and recall the memories of seasons past. For 92 years, Arden Hill has witnessed this transformation from the mountains of Tennessee, each new season bringing purpose to a life enriched by the last.
And there's nothing like a thrill of being in the woods about daylight and you hear a gobbler cut loose. I can't think of any sound any sweeter than that. And it's something that you dream about the whole year.
Spring is the season of Arden Hill. He lives for the moments when the mountainsides bloom, when the bird songs ring through the hollers and the clouds clear from the peaks, when the cabin door creaks and the yelps from his rocking chair leave the porch to become a part of the forest. He looks forward to familiar faces, sharing the same passions that keep his roots planted firmly in the rocks of Appalachia.
Get everything? Okay, in.
Cabin is a place to have things that remind you of things. I have some of my Army stuff I've gathered in World War II, and afters I have a picture of the company I was in when I was in the Army Ordnance.
Throughout the Second World War, brave soldiers came together to reach a common goal, to win the fight for freedom and to make it home to their families when the fight was finally finished. Winchester was there to help bear the weight, supporting American fighters with 15 billion rounds of ammunition. These tried and true cartridges helped these brave soldiers march to victory during some of the toughest battles this nation has ever known.
It's more than just a shell. It's something I remember of connected with hunting. So Winchester is a big part of my love for turkey hunting and all other kind of hunting.
This segment was brought to you by Convergent Hunting Solutions. Try their electronic game calls today, featuring Bluetooth technology to work right with your smartphone. Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by Winchester, celebrating 150 years of legendary excellence. Matthews Archery, catch us if you can. Field and Stream, where traditions begin. ScoutLookWeather.com. Download the free ScoutLook hunting app for your smartphone. Rangemaster Trailers, luxury gone rugged. Master Hand Milling, revolutionizing the range. Reinhardt, the best archery targets in the world. Garmin, enhance your outdoor adventures. Winchester, the American legend. Sure Shot Jewelry. Check out the Melissa Bachman collection today. And Boss Buck, for the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market. Now you're getting serious. Closed captioning is brought to you by Cuddyback Digital. Upgrade to Cuddyback and your images will never look better.
It's a wonderful experience, turkey hunting. It's almost indescribable to a non-turkey hunter. You can't put it in words, but it's something that consumes a lot of my thinking and this spring of the year.
When I think of a company's tradition, their history going on for 150 years, it's almost hard to fathom the length of time that is. In fact, I just think about all the stories my family has about Winchester, and then you see someone like Arden Hill, who really has such a love for country, for hunting. His passion runs so deep, and Winchester has been at the core of that the entire time.
New stories are born with every new spring, recalled with emotion, and remembered for the moments he'll feel forever. Soon the season of Arden Hill will give way to summer, but not before a lasting impression is made by the sights and sounds of the here and now. Arden has found peace in the hunt once again. He's not defined by the notches in his gun stock or the feathers in his cap, but by the character he's developed and the wisdom he's shared.
I've got, there's more turkey seasons yet, and I hope to be around. I will stop turkey hunting when I see that I can't.
A lifetime of shooting won't wear out a Winchester. A lifetime of hunting turkeys has added purpose to the years of Arden Hill. Arden Hill may not know just how many springs he has ahead of him. None of us do. He does know that the mountains will come alive when the seasons shift, as long as he's woken by the echo of a distant gobble, as long as he has a place in the hills to sit and listen, a place to renew himself while life rises around him, Arden will have something sacred to look forward to, fueled by the fond memories of seasons past, and thankful for the wonder of every new spring.
Follow Melissa on Twitter at Melissa Bachman, on Facebook at facebook.com/Winchester Deadly Passion, and Instagram at Melissa_Bachman for behind-the-scenes footage, photos, giveaways, and much more.